I can't. I can't do it. I'm gonna have this lump of shit come back in a couple of weeks. I have to fucking pretend to laugh at his stupid jokes. Talk about Carano.
Okay. Yeah.
It's just.
Well, it seems like you listened to the
God
Fan show.
Damn it! What the fuck? I have no patience anymore. When I came back, I'm going to do what I want, and I'm going to today do what I want. And what I want is for everyone to stop listening to this goddamn fucking podcast. That's it. I want to get the numbers down to 0 or whatever, so I can, zero. I want no one left. So Erica Nardini can call me up and say, "Hey, Kirk," herself, by the way, Token CEO, a great podcast. Go listen to that. She had my friend Aaron Andrews on earlier this week. She had Casey Smith on last. Great. You want to get in the mind of a CEO? Listen to Token Podcast with Erica Nardini. I think she has the Darling Bearder on this week. I hope. My good friend. And who's the other one? Kelly Martin, my good friend Kelly Martin. Listen to her podcast. How to ignore how to ignore podcasts. Do, only in New York, the Kelly Martin podcast. But I got nothing. I don't want to do. I want Erica Nardini to call me on the phone tomorrow and say, "Hey, Kirk, love you. How's it going? Good, Eric. How's it going? How's it running going? Good. I got bad news. Nobody listened to your podcast yesterday. 0. We have to move on." That's the phone call I'm striving for. People, please do this for me. Keep me alive. Please do this. Please. Right, Steve?
I have a feeling people aren't going to listen to you.
To the podcast?
No. They're not going to listen to your
I'm commanding them. I thought they're loyal.
Yeah, I think they're going to listen to tomorrow's show.
Well, Carabas is on. Doing the best I can. I mean, what else do you want?
You could bring DEC in.
I could bring Mike back, I guess, but short of that. Jesus Christ. So, I mean, again, I get too worked up about this stuff, I confess. Most of the fans are tremendous. Most of the old school, Kevin from Bristol, Steve from Providence, who's a sensitive bitch, but he's a good guy. So disgrace in the military, but a good guy. TJ Hubbard, John Feather. We know all the great. So DEC has this podcast. I hate starting with this, but it's in my head. DEC has this podcast, The Minifan Show, which I think is probably benefited by being attached to the Kirk Minahan Show. I don't know. It's called The Minifan Show, and that's the entire existence of the show. So I really didn't care about the Manscaped thing was kind of half a joke. I didn't really it's different. It's a different it's different worlds. It doesn't,
It doesn't affect us whatsoever.
No, not at all. I don't care.
I was more, I guess I was more, to the extent I was worked up, it was more about him accusing us of poaching advertisers.
You have to understand the level of insanity of that.
And even then, it was just a mild annoyance to have a guy throw any shade at us whatsoever when his entire podcast is built around what you've done.
The entire thing. And I've promoted it. I've promoted him as a character. I talked about this podcast. I've got on this podcast.
Anytime they ask something of us.
I don't care. And he's been good to us too. He's happy to help out, do his voice stuff. Fine.
Comes to events, yes.
Yeah, yes. I don't care if they make money off that podcast. It's not bothered me in the past. It bothers me now. It hasn't bothered me in the past. But you can't do this thing where you make, your whole thing is off of me and then get mad. I mean, did you listen to this?
I did.
Idiots?
I mean, the biggest thing that struck me is that DEC didn't even listen to yesterday's
incredible.
episode. Didn't even listen to yesterday's episode.
So we went at him. I would say if a 1 is nothing and a 10 is, I don't know, going at fucking whoever the hardest ever gone at somebody since the show started. I don't even know who that is. I don't know, Murchison, Ellie, whoever you want. This was a 1.2.
Maybe.
It was nothing.
Maybe less than that.
We talked about it for a minute, maybe 2, I don't know, 4 minutes, whatever it was. It didn't even register in my head.
Which you would have known if you listened.
This baby goes on with these 2 other idiots. And fucking it just whines. And this is, again, a fucking podcast that will not exist without me. It's crazy.
And in a private chat, Kirk lost his friggin' mind.
Not true.
Immediately.
Just not true.
Now, they had been a sponsor of the Kirk Minahan Show.
Oh, Manscaped.
Late last year, I think early this year, but they hadn't been for a while. And it would be my practice if I was taking one of their sponsors to reach out and say, hey, just a heads up.
Stop real quick.
So come on.
You fucking idiot. Taking one of my sponsors.
It was his practice.
You're a show about my show. I have 3,000 times the fucking listeners you do. More than that, whatever it is. You're not gonna, your ad rates are not, I'm not trying to be a dick. This is just reality. Like they'll be like me reaching out to Joe Rogan, being like, hey Joe. But not even that. Is if I did a Rogan fucking show about Rogan. You'd be like, Joe, listen, they just like me better, man. This idiot. Did he really reach out to you for the whole thing?
Did who reach out?
Manscaped? This idiot? DC?
No one reached out to me about Manscaped.
This is what he said, didn't he?
No.
Oh, all right.
No, he never said that. He said Manscaped reached out to them.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
But they hadn't sponsored the show in months. So I didn't think of it. So he went nuts and I didn't think much of it. And then he went nuts again. And then he intimated that Steve and himself were texting about it off air. And I didn't listen today because I didn't have I wasn't masochistic today. So buddy of mine sent me a whole bunch of things saying,
Stop. That's Chris from Wakefield. If you're an inside listener of the show, there's no doubt about that.
Or he saw KMS quotes on Twitter.
No, because
there are a couple of signs where
he goes
saw
through
it.
the examples where
Yeah.
there's no doubt. There's no doubt. And that's, again, and that's why there was this thread that I would jump in occasionally and talk to people. I'm out of it now. They can do whatever they want. Steve's out of it. The show's out of it. That's fine. But between Steve from Providence going behind our back and giving Mike, and now this guy who's in there too, telling DC shit. Like I got no time for it, man. I'm just doing my show. I got no time for it.
It's just a weird look for
Loyalty matters or it doesn't matter. That's all.
It's just a weird look for him to blow up about this and spend 15 minutes talking on a show about it and then admit that he didn't even listen
fucking
to
idiot.
It. So
It's
he doesn't have any
fucking
of the right information. He can't get our
fucking
tone or
idiot.
anything.
No, he's a fucking idiot. Listen to it today, fuckhead. Go ahead.
that they talked about they hate me.
True.
They say I suck on the show.
True.
They said I puffed out my chest.
I don't even know if I said that, but okay.
He said, Kirk, at what point don't I let him make money off of me? Steve also said they accused me of poaching his advertisers. Steve said I accused him of poaching advertisers. He did pick up Red Dogs after me. He told me after the fact.
Hold on. I mean, this is the shit. I'm telling you, sentences like that make me fucking nuts. That's just me. It's this idea that the guy who has a show based on my show is going to get mad that we poached advertisers.
If anything, he should be like a AAA feeder for advertisers for us.
Or I would just say in the past, like, I don't know, like if somebody reached out to us and was like, hey, we want to advertise on your show, right? And they said, we want X amount, we will be willing to pay X amount of money. I would have said to them, well, it won't work here right now, but you know what? Why don't you try the Minifan show?
Of course, yeah.
2 seconds I would do that. Not anymore, but in 2 seconds. There's no fucking gratitude. And this idea, and I heard this one of these idiots who was on with him, like, hey, yeah, you really helped keep Kirk's name alive while Kirk was. If I hear that one more time, whoever says it, man or woman, I don't care. I'm going to go to your house. I'm going to cut your fucking head off. I'm going to find your fucking family. I'm going to cut their fucking heads off. I'm going to fucking juggle with their fucking heads. That's it. Enough. Are you out of your fucking mind? You know who I am? Then during the show, too, they're like, oh, boy, I don't know. Steve's way different than he was on the Howie Carr show. He's going to be, why do you think that is? If this fucking idiot went back to Howie Carr tomorrow, he'd be the drip he was there for years. True or false, Steve?
True.
Thank you. Jesus fucking Christ. Who do you think he's working with? Fucking Danielle Murr? What the fuck? Fitzy? The fuck? I'm Kirk fucking Minahan. Jesus Christ. I'm telling you, I have no patience for this. None. You're doing a good job, Steve. You've developed your own personality. I don't mean to be critical.
Thanks,
You're a
boss.
fine sidekick.
A fine third chair.
Here's my thought.
Real
And
quick.
take it or
Here's
leave
my
it.
thought.
Kirk's got a
Here's my
microphone.
thought. Here's my thought. My thought is I hope the next time I dial that fucking hospital number, DC fucking answers. That's my fucking thought. Go ahead.
And I'm not going to win an argument with Kirk. He's got a bigger microphone than me. And quite frankly, I'm overselling what I am when I say I'm a fly on the ass of the Kirk Minahan show. I'm really a fly on the ass of the fly who's on the Kirk Minahan show.
Hold on real quick. Anybody really thinks that guy talking right there kept my name alive while I was gone for a month? What are we doing here? That fucking trip? What are we doing? What are we fucking doing here? poaching advertisers, poaching clients. Like, I've been great to this guy. And you know what the worst part of this is, Steve? The worst part? The worst part. Do you know, what are you fucking mouth open for? What are you fucking?
I'm trying to figure out what the worst part of it is.
Well, take your time, Steve. It's a fucking game show. You get 3 minutes to answer the question.
I don't know. I don't know what the worst part of it is.
Here's the worst part. I can feel the dark side pulling me in.
Oh.
I'm talking about the enemies of me, like that crowd, the cunts.
Oh, the Mincels.
That crowd. I can feel. I know what Anakin Skywalker was going through.
They were dancing yesterday. They were pretty happy.
Oh, they should have been.
I will say this. I mean, who's made more money off of Kirk's brand? The Mincels selling stickers or DEC selling advertising?
Sure, and I'm sure that particular asshole was taking a victory lap. I will say we spoke to that guy on the phone.
Yes.
And said, cut the shit out.
Yes.
So, I have no use for him either. But I can, my blood is, I'm beginning to like change. You're going to see a change in me now. I'm telling you, I can feel it. I'm coming in armor tomorrow. There's the things that they say are now making sense to me. It didn't make sense to me yesterday. I don't like this. I don't like being pulled in these different, yeah, it is. I don't like being pulled in these different directions. I don't want to dive into the cunts. I don't want to take their warm, disgusting bath. I do not. Keep me away from them, please. But I hear this idiot, like, I've never asked for any nothing. But I mean, this is, this idea, I go poaching clients, like, what world do you live in? Shut the fuck up.
I think the only thing.
Listen to the show, you idiot.
I think the thing that can be said for DEC is if you like about 10, 15 minutes in, he says, he's going through some personal things. So he didn't listen to the show.
I don't care.
He's going through some personal shit.
That's not why he didn't listen to the show. He didn't listen to the show because he didn't want to get his ass kicked. Well,
yes.
Then don't go on and do a reaction show to a show you didn't listen to. What the fuck? I mean, that's just insane behavior. And then I bail. I basically tell everyone, all those people, to fuck off, and they're all messaging me like, "Well, shut up, listen to the show or don't." Like, people do it. I've created this environment. I can destroy it. And I'm happy to destroy it. And I'm going to tell you right now, I might pal around with those guys for a while. What do you think of that?
The John from Scranton's of the world?
No, not that. No. It's not get out of control.
Which guys are you talking?
He's greasy looking. It looks like he smells. I'm talking about the real dark side, the enemies. I'm talking about the unnamed people. That guy with just a sticker crowd. That crowd. Let's see what the fans think then if I turn bad.
New private thread.
If I become a bad guy. What do you think of that? And I start hanging out with them. The cunts. I might do it too. I might do it. I just might fucking do it. Just to fuck with you assholes. Jesus Christ. A little gratitude. Yeah, I can, red dog, whatever the fuck. And during the show, he does a read for fucking Sheffield. Like, why do you think you have that read? Why? Why do you think that is?
I think it might be a trickle-down economics.
Yeah, you think? In a way, I don't want to get into it. Whatever. It's fine. It's fine. Any other thoughts on that, Steve, before I fucking lose my mind again? Because I'm going to.
No, hey, just wish DEC best of luck on his personal things he's going through. I'm glad he's figured out his new podcast after he's done with the Minifan show.
Well, it sounds like a winner to me.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, so do I. Look, I feel bad if the guy's going through stuff. I mean, whatever. But I mean, it's just it's just unbelievable. These assholes feeding him this bullshit and just this. Everyone has to be a star. Everyone has to be a star. That fucking hideous Adam, New Jersey, the Adam the Jew guy. Oh God. Shut up. I hate you. I hate your fucking stupid voice. Yeah, I don't know. The show, when it started, it wasn't that good, but shut up. Shut the fuck up. Jesus Christ. Listen to the show.
Hello. My name is John from Scranton. Earlier this morning, I was accused by one Kirk Seamus Minahan of being both greasy and stinky. Well, I'm here today to tell you, thanks to Kirk Minahan Show, and these great products. I don't have to worry about that anymore. So act now with promo code JUSTLISTEN. That's JUSTLISTEN. And shut the fuck up and receive 20% off your next order. So call 814-277-5475. That's 814-277-5475. To fix those stinky, questionable characteristic traits and drop that greasy history of yours once and for all. So act now and call 814-277-5475 to receive these great products. Act now.
When I was just a little girl, I asked my mother, what will I be?
Will I be pretty?
Will I be rich? Here's what she said
to me.
Whatever will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. What will be, will be. Whatever will be, will be.
Oh,
All right.
wow.
What an intro.
Wow. What, John?
John, I think you muted yourself.
Gentlemen, how are we today?
Good. Good. How are you?
You know,
That was,
a little better than usual, actually.
hey, John, that was, people say you do long intros, but, that one was
That-
perfectly
I want- you know what?
well-timed.
Perfectly.
Well-timed. Perfectly.
I wanted
Great
to expand on the intro, so I dove head first.
Taking it back to the OG Mincel show.
Yeah, we're going back to OG Mincel show today, listening to the full clip without us talking over it and sounding like fucking idiots. Maybe we should just be in the comments, bro. I think that's smart.
That was the best. That was like the best part of our show that we've ever recorded, I think. It was,
I think so. That 15 minutes where we didn't say a word.
DC
Or
had
maybe the ad.
DC had it right, just play Kirk and then that's it. It's easy. Just say, "Oh, this is Kirk. This is
Throw an ad
Kirk
in, throw
doing
an ad in
this."
every once in a while.
Every
Yeah.
once in a while, you got it.
That's the
That's it.
Uh,
He's a smart guy. He's a smart guy. I always liked
So-
DC.
So let's go over this. Let's go over this clip a little bit. So we played a clip from today's show. Now this kind of started yesterday. First of all, I just want to stop in and say, wow, what a week.
So far.
What a couple days we've been having. Just a lot of stuff going on for everybody. I think this last week has been pretty hectic for a lot of Minute fans. So I just wanted to just take a breather, talk to my boys about it. So what did you think about what happened yesterday? Like yesterday, he was kind of just getting his balls busted, and I made that MHB video, which was great because the Return of the King was I just had to make that video.
Well, it's like if you think about it, we a week ago with DC, we brought up a lot of these points. He's 5 ad reads. And Steve even said it on the show. He's like, how much of the Mincels made off the show. So I think that was good vindication.
Zero.
Right here.
I would like to speak
$0.
on that issue. As of today, the KMS Rewind has made $20.18 thanks to advertising with Anchor. I will be donating that full $20.18 to Justin's fund, whatever he's doing.
One of his charities.
Whatever Justin, honestly, I'll just fucking give him
Police
20
or something.
bucks.
Maybe something pro police, something like that. Who knows?
Oh yeah, he has a couple on the go. He's always every couple months. He'll
Shout out
promote
Justin. If you want to donate to whatever he's donating in 2 months, just follow him on Twitter.
Hey,
I
but
texted Justin today, real quick, BA. I texted Justin today. I was like, hey, I just want you to know, I think Steve was completely wrong about the prequels. And if you want to talk tonight, I'm here to talk. And I just texted him after that. I was like, you aren't alone. And he sent me back a thing. He's like, I just sent him a 10-paragraph essay on it. And I was like, good. I was about to draft one.
When they were running through the first 3 and just them getting shat all over, I could just I had the imagery of Justin in my mind of just tears rolling. Michael me, bro. Go ahead, Bia.
Well, yeah, Bia, what did you think about that?
Oh no, I think first, fuck, I was thinking to say I think Justin's the kind of guy you trust to like look into the charity hardcore before he's gonna promote it too. Like that guy's doing a thorough 15-page investigation.
How about Gate, bro? Like how seriously he took that, man. I don't fuck around with Justin.
Yeah, so I would say we're gonna do our second ad. Justin's charities, whatever charity Justin's promoting, we're sponsoring
use
that
promo
too.
code Mincel, and I will match whatever you throw.
Right.
I will match whatever you throw.
Can we talk about Kirko on chain though? Because that was
all right. So
sick.
He kind of went off yesterday, and I thought it was just like some casual ball busting. So when did DEC make this podcast? Yesterday.
I think it was yesterday. I think it was literally in response.
So when did it release? Because I couldn't see it until today.
I think last night or something, because he usually just records and releases it right away, right? So
That's
probably
what
sometime last night.
So
Adam in Jersey, bad luck. He was like, "Oh, it's such an honor to go on with you, DC, or something." And
did he tweet that?
He tweeted that, and no,
Adam.
Tough
I
guy,
thought
love
Adam
him.
would get more crossfire today.
Yeah, I didn't listen to
Get a lot more residual shit. I thought Adam was going to, but I'm glad that my Hebrew didn't get any more.
Adam says in the chat he recorded it at 8:30 last night.
Oh, okay. So then it just came out directly after. It's a crazy move. And this is the second time they did this because MHB and DEC did this about us once, where they just don't listen to something before they do a emotions episode. DEC kind of does like try to stay away from getting his balls busted. But not to listen to that episode and then go make that episode is a wild move.
It's insane. It's insane.
Absolute insanity. Absolutely.
It's insane. But that's the thing. Like whatever. He's it's a little bit delusional. He's the Cloak King. Cloak King has been dethroned. So it's like.
What do you think? What does he do from here? Like, what's the move?
I don't think he's
just not
dethroned. I think
he has to stay silent for at least a little bit.
I have no idea how you come back from that. That was
Yeah, what do you think?
He has to grovel back like Kirk.
The other issue is
sorry, go ahead. Go ahead, Phil.
No, the other issue is he said way back when he was like, yeah, I've been putting the money towards upgrading my equipment, but now he's saying that he just put all the money to the side into a bank account. Now what happens to that? Like, what do we do with that?
Well, what I was saying
is it Kirk's because he's mad at him now?
Well, what I was saying,
we get it.
Is it going to Justin's charity?
Do we get a stimulus check?
I'll tell you where it's going. I figured it out. I did some deep diving. Like, DC's kids are not starving anymore.
Oh,
right?
You're right.
So
I guess that's a good cause.
Make an appearance on
one 6-inch sub per week.
Yeah. on the $5 footlong days.
For the fam. No, his ads that have been going on have greatly increased lately. We did mention this to him on the show. Like, it seems like Manscaped is an example where they did put that tweet out, but him saying the Red Dogs thing that Steve poached.
That was so stupid.
Will, if we ever said that, even if we were live, you would just end the broadcast?
I'd cut it. Yeah, I'd cut it because there's a 5-second little delay. Yeah, so that would not be said.
Well,
I've got a dump button like Joey Z.
Well, I think they're approaching it wrong because Steve actually kind of said, I can't believe I'm giving Steve credit here, but he's like, they should be like the AAA sales team. It's kind of the thing we talked about. You could do. Wait a second. Let me finish. You could have like that Minifan sales team or whatever, and try to filter ads up to the show, and that's a good thing. That's not a club move. That's for the show. But
Will, go ahead.
He's doing a club move. Go ahead, Will.
I was gonna say that's a for the boys move,
but
for the boys,
I think it's a good idea.
I don't know.
That got shit on. That got shit on by the OGs.
Oh, everyone said I was a club for people. We are cloak chasers.
It's funny how that works.
And that's a smart move to do. Try to if you can filter ads up to the show, and you blow them up for the show, that helps the show financially.
Move too.
But we're just a couple idiots. Sorry,
it's just a wild move just to say that. And listen, I'm all for people getting advertisements on their thing. And it's just a wild move. It's a wild move to then just say he acted as if he was better than for a second there. And then Kirk mentions I get 300,000 times the whatever you get and that stuff. And then he just continued on to just bury him. So next we had he kept Kirk alive argument.
Yeah, I was going to piggyback off that.
He kept Kirk alive
Don't say
argument.
that to anybody, because Kirk will commit murder, and then he's a man of his fucking word. He will commit murder, and he will not be back.
So the Minifan show did give the Minifans content when there was no content, but did it keep Kirk alive?
No. So listen to this.
Kept the Minifans.
I think Kirk kept him alive.
We were talking about this. We were talking about this in Discord.
Probably-
We were talking about this in Discord, and people were like, older Minifans were like, "Oh, I listened to the Minifan show while Kirk was off air, and it was nice, but like, I don't think I would have forgotten about Kirk because he's just that.
He's the
one
talent.
time of a talent. Yeah, like he's not. You're not going to forget about someone that's that talented. You would come back. Yeah, you would come back to that. You know, you wouldn't forget. You wouldn't just let that go. I think.
Yeah,
I think-
for sure.
I wouldn't put that on DEC. I would not like say that he necessarily carried Kirk through that.
Well,
you know?
at
Like, I
that
think
time it
he-
was DEC and MHB.
I think he would have been either way. I think he would have been fine without that. You know, I don't think.
I think the Minifan world might have needed the Minifan show when it was going on. Correct. Yeah, the
Yes.
Minifans needed.
That's
the
weak, though.
Minifans
Who cares?
needed that. Not Kirk, dude.
Who
That
cares?
Kirk didn't need
I
fucking
think-
any of us.
I think that's the last. I think that's the last thing Kirk was thinking about over there. Was DEC keeping me alive while he's fucking trying to
And-
feed them on an insane asylum.
And the funny thing is, like, I don't know if they used that to like say that he deserves to get this ad or whatnot. Like, none of us deserve anything from Kirk. He gives us a show every fucking morning, bro. Like a long show. And like it's pretty funny, like, to think like, yeah, maybe I did a podcast when you were gone and I helped the Minifans out, but like you don't deserve anything from Kirk for that. Like, I think they've done more than okay giving, you know, DEC that kickback. Like Kirk said it himself. Like, if there was an advertiser that said, and this is that whole AAA thing, like if there's an advertiser that couldn't handle their show, they would throw it to DEC. That's free money for him, man.
That's crazy. And we should go on record and say that we will take that offer.
Yeah, like, don't get us wrong. We will take that money. If
We've-
you allow us to, bro, we're in.
We've been
I'll
we've
donate
been
it to Justin, dude.
we've been practicing our ad reads for
That's what
27,
episode
29
1 through
episodes.
28 episodes.
Ours are
Episode
more-
1 through 28 was a practice.
Our ad reads are way better than DC's too.
They are.
Oh, ours are off the cuff, natural. No one's skipping through them. You know,
And
the how,
we help out Minifans for free. We helped out Chris's painter that one time.
We help out Minifans for free. I put DEC's advertisements into my. I put Kirk's advertisements into my podcast for free.
Why do we need monetary ads? We just gotta help out other people.
I brought this up, but MHB, we saw a little resurgence of our boy on Twitter today, and he made the statement that he thought it was wild that DEC didn't listen to it before, which I thought was funny because he did the same thing to Phil, and B thought was amazing because, like, yo, it's a wild move. Like, and MHB is
that is a crazy move, dude. Like, I mean, that'd be like us coming on right now and not listening to the show today. Or
I didn't actually. So
DC's
because
not
I
a
got
big
home from work.
He doesn't care. He just likes to make up his mind. No context needed.
So
I like so I have like 3 quick points. One, Phil, you must feel incredibly vindicated.
I don't feel vindicated because I was never really under fire. I just feel good, you know. So I had a celebratory J earlier.
Nice.
His UPR leg day. Life is good, you know.
A JO? A JO?
No, not a JO. Just a J. Just a J.
Because the lights are looking dim, Phil. They're looking
Yeah,
a little
Phil.
dim.
They are.
you might do it after the broadcast. After the broadcast, pull one out.
The bed's not made either, Phil. The bed's not made.
It's not 10 to 2 though.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's not.
What do you guys think about MHB being back though? Do you think it's time for a resurgence of our boy?
Is he back necessarily?
He's not back. I wouldn't consider him back at all. But a Twitter account did surface today that I think blatantly was just him. But like,
Who gives
he
a
does
fuck?
this.
Yeah.
I would love to see MHB back though. I want him in the mix.
I'm in the who gives a fuck realm. Like shut up and listen realm also. But MHB does do a lot of great work.
You know, I'm not talking about the Kirk realm. I'm talking about.
I don't hate MHB like I hate DEC. DEC is a whole other animal. MHB is fine. MHB is all right. He's fun.
Wow.
He's in on the joke.
Wow.
DEC made the joke.
That's breaking news. Phil is giving MHB the okay. That's big.
Wow.
MHB, that's
MHB
big.
in with the Mincels. MHB in with the new regime here.
Wow.
a lot of people are calling us the OG Mincels.
No, we would never.
We're
not
taking over.
Yeah. And if anyone starts another private thread, I'll fucking kill you.
Okay.
So
Wow.
Two other points.
That leads me to my next point is the enemy list. It's the enemy list. A huge update from week to week on this enemy list, man. I mean, last week we were talking about Phil being what, number 6 or something.
Are you the enemies guy, John? Are you the enemies guy? Are you the enemies?
No, I still wish, man. I wish I was good enough.
I think he is.
I'd be a good troll if he could do it. I bet BA.
I wouldn't put Phil on my enemies list ever, man.
It's definitely BA.
I would do that. He's impressive. I was giving you props.
Easy way to make me mad.
So the enemy list.
Red's never leaving that list either.
No. So we have his personal statement. Will, let's get Red's statement ready.
Wow.
Yeah, we have a personal statement from Red.
Let me get it ready quick.
Roll the tape.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Just getting it ready.
Best producer.
Fuck,
This is a breaking statement right here for everybody.
Who's reading
Red
it?
From Maine.
I can read it. I'm the best reader, probably.
Oh no, nothing needs to be read. It's actually just it's already sent to Will.
Wow.
Oh, a TikTok's plan. Ha ha ha.
Jesus Christ, dude.
2020.
Here's Red's statement.
Okay.
Fuck the TikToks, man. Fuck.
Yeah.
Red's official statement. Doesn't care. Okay.
Great picture.
Shout out.
Breaking
to
news.
Red.
Is
Thank
Turtle in the
you.
chat? Breaking news. Tweet that out.
Yeah, breaking news, Turtle. You could use it.
You can use that.
I would like to thank Red for that. So the enemy list updated. Red will always be on there, but Mincel, Phil off the list. No, who else is off the list?
It could be Red. It could be Red.
Our boy Mayo off the list, man.
Mayo's off the list.
What do you guys think about the resurgence of Mayo been going on lately? The calls were funny because I like hearing Kirk just shit on Mayo. It's like the Red thing, like being called half a cunt.
Well, also like 90% of the calls suck. Mayo is actually not a bad caller, so it's actually.
I think he's funny.
He's good. I was saying him. I was saying him, Ziggy, and Sheldon are like the 3 callers that are like they don't do impressions or anything, but they get like a good discussion.
They're pure callers.
Now Mayo, he kind of masks his voice a little bit in the beginning. I could be wrong because Kirk's always like stops halfway and he's like, "Is this fucking Andy Mayo?"
See, Andy Mayo is funny. I know Andy Mayo shouldn't be making these calls because he's supposed to be out of the world, and he's somewhere in work, just hiding in a closet, making a call. And everybody knows about it. Like everybody in his office knows. Like it's just Mayo thinks like
he's like in the office. They're like, "Oh, Andy's doing that weird fucking podcast thing."
Andy's in the breakout room.
Don't go in there.
So the enemy list has updated, and our boy Andy Mayo off the list. So we reached out to Mayo. We got a statement from him. So let's try to play the right video, and let's hear Andy Mayo's statement on the topic. You would think Will would have this ready to go right now.
I already had it ready to go, but
seems like you did. Seems like you really did.
I'm just thinking about the first 20 minutes of today's episode. God, 4th best day of my life.
Hey, that was good. Mayo's a funny guy. Yeah, I feel like he's a funny guy. Like even the people that hate on him, you can't hate that he's not a funny guy.
The chat's calling him fat though.
So a lot of people have been saying Mayo's gotten chunky.
A lot of people saying he's chunky.
Not great.
I'm saying he's thick. I'm saying he's thick, and he's the perfect kind of chunky.
That 5K shirt was fucking looking a little tight on him. So
yeah, that's our judgment. But I think it's I think I said this on Discord. I think it's good to have Mayo back. Like I think Mayo is just funny to deal with. Like Mayo is just everything he does. Like when it even comes to Kirk, like he handles Kirk funny. Like I think the whole Mayo shtick is funny. A lot of people think he's not funny, but like there are fans out there that I think Mayo is funny
for a while, man. People like hated him.
But people were also
when he was the jar of mayonnaise, everybody kind of loved him and loved his commentary. I think it's just his face that
but they loved him for the same stuff that he.
Yeah, I think that people just don't like his face. Like his.
Well, people were saying people were saying the Mayo Minahan show was like a real possibility, right? People were saying that I was on that blog. Remember that?
I would say
Yeah.
Mayo's interview with Kirk. I would say Mayo's interview with
remember that
Kirk when
blog?
he went around. I would say his was the best. What did
That
you say?
blog, Mayo
Googled that?
Minahan.
You guys remember that blog that was a thing for a while?
Remember the blog?
Remember the blog?
No ads on the blog. No ads.
Never
I swear
put an
to God.
ad on the blog. I heard from those
We
guys.
did
They
put
never
a-
did ads.
Turtle Boy, no Asian single ads. Turtle Boy though. Not
Turtle
this
Boy.
one.
So
Can't say
we
this.
saw with today's episode the destruction, and I want to finish the Mayo talk off with this: the destruction of the private jet.
Oh yeah, I
Um,
like that a lot.
that's kind of like I think is more of a symbolistic than it is like, yo, it's just those guys. It's not like those guys aren't going to talk anymore. But like, I can't
Yeah.
believe the show. Like he mentioned the show unfollowed, like left it, like all
I'm
of them.
glad
just
they're
left.
finally realizing that they're just getting fed misinformation from these fucks, and
Well-
that they need to do their own due diligence.
Well,
not
it
just
showed.
listen to what
Can we talk
this
about
group of
Steve
Minifans
Providence?
say.
Can we
It
talk
showed-
about
I'm not talking about Steve Providence. I'm just talking about DC.
Oh well, I have
really
some
the
info.
rest.
I have some info.
Okay,
it
go
showed
ahead.
it showed that the private chat was run by the show. It wasn't run by them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they were pretty tight on it because like back in the day, Steve from Providence reached out. He's like, "Oh, do you want? I'm thinking of adding you in the chat," and then like ghosted me. You know, so it's
Oh,
like
can you
it was.
imagine if we had BA in that
Oh,
chat?
imagine like I was in it. Like, it was, but they kept it. They kept it on like lock.
Just so they
key,
know,
but I think
just
it
so
was
they
just-
know we
Dave's
never
in it.
had a
I think
mole.
Dave
We
was in
never
it.
had a mole in
think,
there. I don't
no,
think
never.
we've ever had a mole. Like
I've
that
tried to
was.
get Patrick.
I
Patrick
have-
still claims he's not in it, but he is.
I have access.
I don't
to the-
think Patrick's in it.
No, he
'cause I
is.
don't-
He
I
was.
think-
He was back in the day. He said something about it once.
When
Back
Rich Mandarin
here-
got in it, it really discredited the whole chat. That was the catalyst that
low-key-
got the chat. The chat.
I
to
low
go
key kind of
going.
like Rich Mandarin though.
I love him. I love him.
Yeah, I think he's funny. I think he doesn't like engage with me ever. He stays far away from me. I think just out of due
He gave me-
diligence.
we ran him out of the Discord.
What'd you say, Will?
Oh, I said he gave me delicious chicken wings in Saco. They were like char grilled, fantastic, bro.
Sounds fantastic. Sounds wonderful, man.
Say enough good things about Rich Man.
I hope you enjoyed those wings.
I did.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. So we also just had at the end of that whole thing just goes right into an ad read. It's amazing. But like we had Kirk like saying like, why don't you guys go listen to this podcast, and he was naming all Barstool podcasts. And like, yo, people constantly question if we're fans, but like we came from those podcasts and now listen to Kirk. Like, and he's threatening these fans to go listen to Barstool podcasts, like shit that we left for. I thought that was funny too.
Yeah,
I thought that was funny too. It's a little
I think
ironic.
having Big Cat on today too was just another form of that irony.
That was great.
Yeah,
Good
he was,
job.
and he even like went out of his way. He was like, "Yeah, we have Big Cat on. I mean, he only has the biggest sports podcast in the world. Not a big deal."
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
that was another just subtle like jab at DC. You know,
Well, and then they were like, "Don't listen tomorrow," and they're like, "Well, we have Carabas on tomorrow." Like, it's a big. So let's talk a little bit about Carabas being on tonight. What are you guys expecting? I think it's going to be fucking awesome. I said this last
I'm a
time.
big Carabas guy. He's always good whenever he comes on the show.
He's
Yeah,
a good. He's a
played-
good whipping boy. He's a good whipping boy. Like for Kirk.
He
Kirk's
could
good
take
shit on it,
anything.
and he could take a joke. He doesn't give a fuck, and he can fire back. He's gonna be like he doesn't know politics and stuff. You know.
I
So
said
he can
this on the
take a-
minute. I said this on the Minifan show, BA. I think like not only can Carabas handle like getting his balls busted, but yo, he usually comes back with one better than you. Like he
Yeah.
is good. Like
He's a sharp-
good at it.
He's as sharp as it gets, you know. Like
I don't know
for
about that.
Dummies,
I
for
would
dummies,
think-
like he's like a smart dumb guy. Like out of the dummies, he's just like a sharp guy.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool to have him take some calls. Like I was trying to think of funny call ideas for Carabas.
I think they are. I think they're taking calls right
Yeah,
now.
I saw they were. I mean, I saw like an hour or two ago they were tweeting out that the lines were open.
Oh
so-
wait, so we have a question. There's someone's asking, John, what do you think of this Kirk's judgment of yourself?
Well, that's what I made the whole fucking commercial for in the beginning. Thanks to Kirk Minahan's show. I don't give a fuck what Kirk says about me. After today,
listen,
him saying that about me was like him saying I had great parents growing
But
up.
you-
Like, I came
you-
from a great home, basically.
you look
that
like you-
basically-
You look like you showered. You washed your hair. Your hair looks like you put conditioner
I
in
showered
it. You know,
twice
like
today. I showered twice.
you
today.
put some
I tried to
conditioner
shower.
today. You're trying to make it look all nice for Kirk, so you don't say,
No,
"Guys,
dude, I put
it
the
got
same
you.
shit
It
in my hair all
got you."
day.
don't
I
know.
said Kirk was right. I said, you know what? It takes a true friend like Kirk to tell you those things. I probably did smell. And
Probably.
it takes a real friend to actually tell you those things. So
John from Smells
Good one. Good one, dude.
Someone said something.
Smelly
Yeah.
John, yeah.
Smelly John.
I've had
Smells
multiple
bad.
people, including Garbage Munchkin, say that I
Smelted.
smelled like dragons. And I was like,
Wow.
I don't know what that means. Well, he used a word for dragon. He said I smell like that and something else, but I'm sorry if I smell. Thank you.
Dragons, yeah, dragons probably don't smell too good.
But let's close it out because, like I said, we're doing an OG Mincel show today, so we're doing Clout and Hot Seat Cool Throne Boys.
Clout's at an all-time low.
Clout is. I don't think it's at an all-time low. I think it's. I think Clout's back in business, boys. I think Kirk is more paying attention to Minifans, and everybody better be on their fucking toes because Clout's about to be dished. So, anything last you want to say about the segments?
Clout everywhere.
Nothing.
Yeah. One thing. Him saying
Welcome, BD.
purifying sidekick to Steve, implying that Steve was the second chair there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Who could forget?
Yeah. So that was my only last thing.
I'll finish the topic off with. I really like when Steve and Kirk are alone. I'm really liking the episodes. I'm sorry I don't want to admit it because I love Mike, but these episodes have been good, man.
You know what? I'll give Steve credit again. He's good on the buttons, the dump button with the callers. Like it makes some bad callers so much funnier now.
The abortion thing's the funniest thing in the world, dude. He just plays a blender.
He's good at pressing the buttons. He's not funny like when he talks. Like I don't know, but you need someone there that's like a dumb guy.
He's been utilizing Mike pretty well though, and like in the show, like utilizing.
Yeah, but that's the buttons.
Oh, the Mike laughter. The Mike laughter.
Yeah.
Whenever I hear it, it's so funny.
Well, even today it was like, oh, like the Mincels. Like even him saying that stuff. Like, I think it's like Mike was the guy that was supposed to be that in the mix with the Minifans and all that shit. But like low key, I think Steve likes to sit on his high chair and fucking destroy us all. I think he does.
He was using the.
He's got a little bit of that going.
Well, think about it.
It's a fun game. Like they get to do that. This is what the show is. They get to say whatever they want. Like
if you think about it like that, you could tell Steve when he would put something a directive in the private thread. All the private thread guys would fucking tweet out, "Oh, do this!" Like when the Kirk Minahan show.
No, half the threads we're on are the biggest suck pumps in the fucking world. Dude. Half the guys we deal with. Jesus Christ!
You could see when there was that Steve directive, like to come in. Okay, pump this out all at the same time now, and they would do it. Like you could tell when they were doing that stuff. So.
Do you think the show?
It's all Steve. It was Steve running some kind of some like pyramid scheme of Minifans. Like he's and he was at the top.
How about him saying if he was infertile, he was going to clone himself today? I think he was being 100% serious.
When did he say that?
He said that. He said that in one of the ads. It was for Dad Eye. Shout out. Wait, Dad Eye Kit. Yeah, Daddy Kit. I just remembered it because it was Dad.
Did you? Our guy Mayo went and bought $250.
Dion's in the chat, by the way.
What's that? It
said Deion Sanders in the chat, by the way.
Oh, nice.
Prime time.
Prime.
So I think
whenever you want prime time.
Yeah.
That might not go too well.
I think. Do you think Kirk, like the show, will be back in that business, like the thread?
Well,
I don't.
No, I don't think so. They definitely have realized. They definitely have realized that it's just a train of misinformation. Nothing is. They don't know if anything's true. They might as well just figure it all out on their own.
Example of that, like getting your information from a group of guys, even if it's not us, is wrong.
I think it was used at the start to like really grow the show fast, and it was used effectively, right, to build that world. So it was used by the show. They don't need it anymore. The world has been formed. Now he wants to just tear it down, right? It's like they used it at the beginning to like get that hype going. They did a good job.
Let's start with Hot Seat Cool Throne. I'm going to start with Will first, and I start with him specifically first and his hot seat first because there's a lot of ways to judge what the old way and the new way and this is the way is. And Will, what do you have for hot seat?
Okay, there are multiple reasons why I have this person on the hot seat. The first being they invited themselves onto our show. No, that's not how it works. 2, history. And I think this guy needs to like pump the fucking brakes just a little bit, and he might not sabotage his entire existence in the world again. I'm going to put Rich Kelleher on the hot seat.
Okay, so it got a little testy when we were talking about what we were going to do for this episode.
Yeah. Yeah, I
I
just
was
really
tested.
didn't
Dude. I
mind.
was sitting there laughing my ass off in a parking
Yeah,
lot.
I know you were fucking trolling me.
Will and Kelleher are mortal enemies that no one really even knows what it's all about, you know?
I don't
It's-
know what it's
All I
about.
want to say is stickers are back for sale. I have 10 left.
Oh yeah.
You
Stickers
fucking
are-
2 for 5, 5 for 10.
You know, and we can trade goods and services for them. I don't, whatever
Roommate,
works.
roommate.
That's not happening. Roommate alert.
Okay,
Um,
hey, how fast though? How fast do you think Kelleher is gonna just go full out hardcore? Like in a week?
So-
What's a week and a half?
Yeah,
you know?
over under on 5.5 days of him.
Oh, I said he's already
Already-
unfollowed, bro. He's
Yeah.
got. I mean, Kirk knows that like the second he follows him, Kirk's gonna or Rich is gonna go nuts and like make it known, and then Kirk could easily just unfollow him. Then, right? Like,
Yeah, but Kelleher
I do-
back.
I think he follows him but mutes him.
maybe. I hope it makes him laugh. That's all of this.
I
is
think
for.
he's just trying to fuck with everyone, you know?
I hope so. That's good when
I think
he's fucking.
also- yeah,
I think he
he's doing
pays
that.
attention. He pays attention to
He's
like
also
this
he's
stuff.
trying to because nobody's doing anything, so he probably thinks, oh, Keller can fucking stir up some content for me because if Keller
Yeah.
is involved, and Keller's gonna be doing Keller's very
That
involved.
I don't
Man.
think I don't think he's basing it off like making content from Kelleher. I think he just did it because he
I don't
was going to irk people, and Kelleher is
Right,
going.
yeah, but
Keller's-
the other people, like
don't-
nobody's making content. That was one of his complaints, right? Is that nobody's making content. So
Yeah.
I think Kelleher, he definitely knows that Keller is gonna fucking try to do something. He's gonna
But
try
yeah,
to
Cover himself in feces.
yeah.
Studio.
Oh, for sure, he'll do anything. But the episode, I always call it the gang gets the Rich Kelleher experience or whatever. But the one where he comes in, he has the bag with all the notes and stuff, and Kirk's making fun of him, and Mike, that's Mike's best episode. He's chirping him. Is like that's funny.
the episode where Mike like turned on him. Like Mike
It was
turned on him, 'cause
fun.
Mike was the
And
biggest
Cullinane was
defender of
there.
it.
Cully
Oh,
was
Cullinane?
Cully. Yeah, Cullinane was there and Keller because they were fighting over the Instagram. It was so crazy. And Keller kept saying that rat fuck DC, that rat fuck Steve from Providence, but he would never explain like what they did. And then it ended up being about like the Minifan show Instagram. It was insane. It was like an insane thing. It's honestly like, and then after it, like the Kirk's like, oh, I feel like I was in a hostage situation, and they're all it's my
Mayo
favorite
said-
episode.
Mayo said that him, me, and Steve from Providence should be co-host of an episode, and I was like, Kirk wouldn't come in the fucking studio, dude. Kirk would rather rather quit. I don't think so, dude. I wouldn't.
He does those random things. Well, he'll just jump
That- I
on
mean,
with
He
people.
might put a
If I ever
100
had the option, I would do
he
it.
might put a 100-foot like restraining order though on Keller though. I don't think he's going within 100 feet of that.
Yeah,
I could see
he's
that.
just feeding Keller little crumbs, and Keller
Yeah.
just fucking
Yeah.
biting quick. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun to see. It's so
So
nice.
well,
You want my cool throne?
yeah. Who you got on your cool throne?
Cool throne is gonna actually. I hate to do this because I really don't have that big of an ego, but the cool throne is myself.
You've done it before, too.
Why we did this segment. This is
not
why
the first time
we did
this
this
has happened.
segment.
Yeah, it's not the first time it's happened, but I did just get a job, boys. I can't really say much about it now, but I'll have more information on it.
The announcement.
And it's a job.
You can't say anything about it.
No, I can't really say anything about it. Not
Oh,
yet.
okay.
Yeah, but your boy got a job.
So your internship worked, is what
Yeah,
we're
my internship worked.
Yeah,
basically.
like that's what your internship was for.
I got a job in.
If Minifans are upset about that job if God forbid it was something to upset them, fuck that. Because
It could.
we're here
It's definitely
we're here
not.
to work.
It won't be.
It's not something that will piss Minifans off. I don't even know what it is. So,
I don't think so. I don't
Yeah.
think so.
but no, I'm happy that shit happened because you fucking work hard, dude. You work hard for us. You work hard for all that shit. So it's good to see the internship worked, dude.
Yeah, I think so too. And I look back on it and I realize how like hard it is to keep up with the show on a day-to-day basis. And
Dude, that Harrison kid is doing a great fucking job, man.
shout out him. Show your face though. Come on the internship.
No, see, did you see my tweet the other day? I said, "Why is there no fucking intern show? This is a fucking joke." I kind of just did that to see if
I don't
Justin
think he wants to do it.
Well, that's fine too. He does good work. I feel good.
He's in Discord.
Yeah.
He doesn't talk.
He's a graphics guy. He's talked a few times. He's a graphics guy.
Okay. I just want to make sure, like, he knows, like,
But he's one of those graphics people are also like programmers. They're always in their computers. So Discord is an app they use.
yeah. So it's good to see him. Like, I hope he just gets in the mix a little bit. Like, yeah, if you're the intern, you don't want to do a show, that's fine.
Oh, the
But,
intern.
Like, they did that video today of Kirk just like doing like and it just kept zooming in. I was like, yo, this is a funny video. Like, good job, dude. Like,
Oh, he's a nerd. He's definitely a nerd. He's definitely a nerd.
I forgot you were anti this guy. I forgot you tweeted.
No, he's great. He's fucking awesome. His stuff's so
content he's come out with.
But his stuff's so funny. But like you could tell he's a nerd. He's like artistic. You know, he's an artistic guy. That's my guess.
Yeah,
that's my guess.
That's the old school approach of life.
No, I'm not saying it. I think he's doing great, but he's an artistic nerd. Or she, he or she.
Yeah, he's a jocks and nerds guy. Yeah, can I say
it's only two.
Damn, that's country. Isn't that cool to say? Damn, that's country.
That's country.
I guess so.
It is. You gotta have to
say. All right. So Phil, who do you have for a hot seat, cool throw?
My hot seat actually is going to be intern Will, me, VD, and Kermit because we haven't got a win on our stream.
I got a win today in trios, by
but we have not got a win in a week. Yeah, we have not got a win in like a week. And we're getting a little disparaged, and I think we gotta turn that shit around,
dude.
I'm thinking tonight we turn that shit around.
Kermit wants to play PUBG. I might.
I'm not playing PUBG. I'm not.
I don't. Yeah,
I was. We're trying.
I don't know how to tell Kermit like, no, I'm not playing PUBG. Like,
we're trying to keep this stuff in like the stream separate, but like, yo, it is fun as shit to watch stream.
Yeah, there's literally no point besides like just come in the chat. You watch.
Yeah, just come in and bust balls for a little bit and dip. Like, yo, I do that shit in the morning where I listen to Kirk and play a video game. Like, come in there and just listen to Kirk with me. That's just what I'm doing.
Are you able to like feed like the Discord chat to that so you can talk? Yeah,
I wish, man. We're trying to figure out different ways we can like utilize everything, but we're still fucking around.
That would be cool because then like you could just get a Discord voice chat going while you guys are playing.
Yeah. Cool. Phil, who do you have for cool throne?
My cool throne is going to be, I don't know if he's still in the chat, but Steve from Providence, aka Manny Mincel. This is big. This is huge. Turtle, get this. Make sure you get
Turtle, get this.
Got it. He's got it for sure.
Steve from Providence officially is granted asylum from the I guess we're the OG Mincels now, so people are calling us.
Mm-hmm.
We'll give him a high spot, right?
I know people are slandering him. Yeah, he'll have a place in the high castle. You know.
I will say one thing about the vote for granting asylum.
Go ahead, Phil.
Classic.
Phil, go ahead.
It was it was not a unanimous decision to grant.
It was not. It was entirely my decision.
I would support it.
I would support that. So we know where you lay. Will
we can vote on it. We can vote right now if you want. All who wish to grant Manny Mincel, aka Steve from Providence, because now he's actually named Manny Mincel and he's aka Steve from Providence.
Manny the Mincel.
Whoever wants to grant him asylum, say aye, or forever hold your. I don't know what they say.
Here.
What do they say?
Here.
All right. Oh, BA didn't vote. Wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
I vote for Steve from Providence.
Okay. All right. 3-1.
Majority has it.
He's Dano approved. Officially Dano approved.
Oh, wow, that's another huge endorsement.
Sunglasses, put them on right now.
Yeah.
BA, who do you have for your hot seat?
Okay, hot seat. I know there's a lot of options this week. The options are endless, but I'm going with my boy Red, KMS Red, Red from Maine. Terrible caller, man. Terrible caller. That Tom Brady or whatever he's trying to do. He might be a good guy. He might not be a cunt. He might be a cunt, but he is a terrible caller. That's for sure.
I mean, I love Red, but like,
I know. Yeah. And then I was saying he's like,
I like the David Price call.
Yeah, I don't know. He's like the Kramer of that show, the Rundown. You know, VD. It goes to my cool throne. VD, the Jerry Seinfeld of the Rundown. That guy's awesome. Ziggy's the Costanza. You know, always making up lies and shit. So the Rundown is hot seat and cool throne, but VD is the cool throne.
Nice. So I will go with my hot seat, and that's and he's already been mentioned earlier today. That's intern Will. Don't fucking say we weren't going to talk about what fucking happened today, you idiot. Do you have no instincts at all? I would literally fire you from this new job.
Okay, but no. See, the thing that I didn't want to talk about one aspect of it. And then I get you, right? Playing the first 13 minutes of the show and then that ad would be pretty fucking funny. Yeah.
Don't.
My first initial instinct was just
this guy up here. This guy is up here saying like, that's not who we are. We don't do that. I was like, Will, we literally did this like last week we
I
listened
was
to
like,
the show.
I did kind of say that. I was like, we don't grave dance. Like, well, let's be above this.
That's literally what our show is
It was
for. If you
only-
are sensitive to grave dancing, unsubscribe.
Yeah, sorry.
Uh,
No,
Yeah.
don't
I know.
unsubscribe from this YouTube channel because it's Kirk's. But don't
Yeah.
watch our show.
Unsubscribe from us, man.
Yeah,
We're not for you. My cool throne is going to be to R.A. Minahan, TJ Hubbard, a couple Manny the Mincel, a couple of the OGs that just are skating by just fine. I'd like the OGs. I know there's not really a war between us. I just think this whole thing is funny. And it's nice to see these guys not get dragged through the mud. Like TJ Hubbard made it out of this thing. I mean, yesterday he kind of got dragged, but today they were like, TJ Hubbard's the man. Like John Featherston.
We've had them all on. We like the guys. I mean, it just so
Ari
happens.
Minahan's a good dude. Like I like Tim from Pan. Like Tim from Pan stays out. Even I had this discussion with Kevin from Bristol this weekend. Like those guys aren't here to hurt anybody. Like it is what
I
it is.
think
dude.
it's DC, man. Like only I like him. Everyone else hates him. You know.
No, I've been on the record saying it. There's memes about me saying I like him too.
Everyone hates him.
Either it just was nice for our guy.
Like,
It was nice for our guy Phil.
All right, so I mentioned earlier that Clout is back, man. I think Clout is in the air.
Okay.
had an all-time low at fucking the Black Tuesday.
Oh,
Man. A week ago, the Clout was it was the Clout depression for a week when he canceled the YouTube that day. It was the Clout's down, man. Clout's cheap.
He didn't cancel the YouTube.
giving
He
Keller
didn't want to be on with Chris from Week, or he didn't want to be on with Chris.
Be on with Chris.
I think that's a funny troll he does, is just to avoid Chris. I think that's funny, man. I think it's like maybe he is doing it for that reason, and if it is, that's funny because Chris is a funny dude, and I hope you would take that in stride. Because like it's a coincidence now, man. We'll start with BA then, since Clout is so low. Who do we have in Clout?
It's so low. Everyone's grasping for it. You
Who's
know?
on the watch?
On the watch. I don't know, man. I wasn't prepared. I was gonna wait for one of you guys to say something first.
All right, Will, go ahead. You go first.
Oh, I'm giving +5 to the cunts. How can you not?
The cunts.
Yeah, the cunts.
Yo, okay, so when you listen to that part of the episode, he goes, I'm going to turn to the dark side, you know, the cunts, the Rich Kellehers of the world, the enemies. And I was like, dude, these are the wrong adjectives to describe us, man. Like, we aren't really cunts. I mean, we're assholes.
Oh, I
But,
got
like,
mine.
A little cunty.
Phil, who do you have?
I got mine. Now
Nice.
I have
Okay,
it. I remember it
you're
now.
up. You're up, yeah.
My Clout watch is Randy Andy Menners. You know, he's his ratings have been pretty on point. I rate his ratings, so you can check those out.
I then rate your rating of his rating. I then rate BA's rating. I rate BA's rating of his rating.
I'm saying I'll give Menners some clout if we get 50 plus on this episode. So let's see if he listens to this long in.
Oh my god, we're gonna get a 2. We are getting a 2.
I don't know. I think it's our best 16 minutes we ever fucking produced.
Thank you to our star, Kirk Minahan.
Thank you, Kirk.
Phil, who do you have?
So I actually have 2. I'm going to take away 200,000 Clout from DEC because he sucks and he can kick rocks.
I'll be honest. I think that's a lot less than I expected. I thought
you were going to take away Infinity, man.
I can up it. It's a
I mean,
very-
with all the love he gets publicly, that brings him. He's still in the positive, I'm sure. Until Kirk destroys
and then
him.
I'm going to give Clout to my guy Oliver, who I just discovered who he is.
Oh, yeah, the Team Oliver shirt. I was going to ask you about
Team Oliver. I really didn't understand it until today. Joe Henny sent me this shirt. I guess Oliver runs Culinane's merch company, and now I'm Team Oliver. So here we go.
Revenue.
I think we're all Team Oliver now.
Revenue, man. Revenue.
I'm going to give Clout to fucking every Mincel out there, bro. We've been fighting a stupid war that everybody calls it, but like, yo, we've been fighting for rights. Like, it's fucked up when you break it down to the fact you have to fight down for your own rights and like your name and your honor. But shout out to yourself, bro.
Yeah, there's systematic. There is systematic Mincel racism going on in the.
There's been since
racism is the word for it. I think
I would call it racism.
It would probably be like
we're a race. We're a race, the superior one, I think.
Now the superior one, but I'm going to take away Clout from Team Oliver because Cully
Wow.
Team Oliver because Cully keeps the rule. Cully keeps the rule straight. We don't mix these worlds, bro. We don't mix these worlds.
Cully's mixing.
Talking about it in the chat. I just learned who he was, so I had to.
No, it was pretty chill that Joe Henny did send you that because I think those are like limited edition shirts that Cully.
That's gonna cost like $600,000 someday. It's a random white.
That's true. That's true. I'm happy Cully's out there doing some content.
Why did you put a picture of feet on Instagram, Will, or on Twitter? On Twitter.
Oh, because somebody sent that to me and it was absolutely disgusting.
I know. Now I have to see it.
The dark
Yo,
side.
fuck that. There's nothing wrong with feet, bro.
Yo, no, this
I don't want to see guys' feet on fucking Twitter,
dude. There's
Yeah, we're at an hour, and there was a show on that's usually after us, but I actually don't even know about it anymore. Do we have some talks?
Yeah, we have talks.
We have some talks we wanted to play, so we'll fill that.
Are they on though?
I don't know, honestly. I don't know. I asked them. I love the OG show. I
love them too.
I'm saying I think we had a good show. I think people are happy.
Mincel OG hour, man. 2 hours.
Yeah.
All right,
Will, you can play a couple of talks. Shout out to Vigilance Dave. We're upset that you retired from the role of the talk guy. I'm not upset. I'm not. I fucking hate talks, dude. I love VD though. I like him. He's a good dude.
Watch WAP videos, and that's just not what talks about. This is what talks about.
That's
right
literally what talks about.
I'm not even.
That's literally all it is.
Hey, Wiz.
Stop next. I already saw this like 7 months ago.
You motherfucker.
That's a good talk.
We have a guy that does that impression.
What is that?
We have a guy who does these impressions.
That's a fucking 2 out of 10. 2.
Oh, let's start grading.
20. That's a 20. That's a 20 out of 100.
That's No, Will.
What was that? You're playing a fucking American Sniper? You're playing that's a TikTok? That's fucked up, man. That's a 5 out of 100.
This looks like Chi Boy.
Is this Chi?
Hey guys,
yep.
right over here. This is my last trick shot for this week. I'm taking a basketball break until next Monday. Enjoy it.
Go!
A 40. That's a 40. That's a 40 to me, but it could be
at a 90.
No, 40.
I was happy he made that.
He probably took that guy fucking 1,000 times to do that.
I don't know what this one is. I'm just
1 slap, 2 hack. In other words, you're going to be there. Okay, so right away, there's my jab, boom, there's my number 1. Okay, it's fast. Then I can go for my elbow destruction. The weapon comes up here, you strike down to here, and then you thrust here, boom, 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 into the weapon hand here, and then into the throat. Then let that rifle down. Okay.
What are these?
What is this? Get this one off.
This is funny. This is like legitimate combat training. They just put in like
that was pure combat training. Will.
That's hilarious.
Here's a Warzone pack.
That's a 10. These take. I said I want to see some girls.
Oh
wow.
That's the worst. Those guys are the worst. And he blows.
Well, that was actually pretty cool to get that many kills.
Oh, he's still going. Oh no,
he's still going.
I did this the other day with that truck.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Truck into like a wall.
My life. I don't like that word.
Wow. Well. Wow.
Toxic, man.
Bleeped. It was bleeped.
Oh, it was bleeped.
Yeah, it was bleeped. All right. What else we got here? Another one.
2 more because this is literally second by second decreasing our score on Menners.
Yeah, I know.
That'll work. Hey, here's a. Ooh, you want a crossbow? Oh no, I'm good. I got a gun. They're outside.
I don't know.
Let's end it with that, boys. Listen, celebrate Mincel Dependence Day. Everybody have a great fucking night. We love you all. We're just joking around, everybody. Peace. We love you, Andy. We love you.